We have a super interesting find here. Now what we're going to be looking at is an actual Lauren Southern video that I had already made a video about a while ago, where she made the claim that basically Richard Spencer and the Richard Spencers of the world are being misrepresented because they're not for white supremacy, but rather that they're for white nationalism, which I've already expressed my view on how that's bullshit, and how white nationalism, in the specific case of white nationalism, especially in America, is bullshit, and it's the same thing as white supremacy. Basically, if you're in a country with, diverse races like we have in the United States, and you want only your culture and you want to get rid of all the other cultures, that means that you think that your culture is better and that your race does better by itself. You're saying, get the fuck out of here because you're worse than us. That's what you're saying. You're saying we need an ethno-state because we want to be pure and we want to be the most efficient. If you're saying that you're being the most efficient when you're by yourself, when you're only white, that means that other cultures and other races of people are inferior to you, or else they would be of no problem, right? Why would they be a problem if they're equal? So that's bullshit, and it's a dumb argument to make that white nationalism in the specific case of the United States is any, because I wouldn't argue that Gandhi's Indian nationalism was I would argue that's not the same as Richard Spencer's garbage, right? Because they're not facing any oppression. They're already in a place where they've been, having all the rights for the longest time. Founders of the country, of course. And so it's utterly absurd. But what you're going to be seeing here is Lauren Southern's debunked by Richard Spencer himself. Basically, what happens is you're going to be looking at this video of Lauren Southern, the same clip that I played back then, where she goes, oh, Richard Spencer of the worlds are being debunked. Of course, the right-wing victim complex goes on. It always goes on. They love to say the left has a victim complex, but we know the right-wing loves to prop them up all the fucking time, just like Tommy Lahren does. But then you're going to be looking at a video where Richard Spencer says, no, I'm not a white nationalist. I believe in subordination and, all of this shit. So go ahead, check it out.
Somewhere that's true.
Yeah, even the Richard Spencers of the world, like they're kind of misrepresented as well. Like Richard Spencer is not a white supremacist. He is a white nationalist. He believes in a white ethno-state. He doesn't believe in whites being superior. So,
and I don't identify as a white nationalist, just to let that be known. History is often a zero-sum game. History is often about subordination and domination. And it's about patronage and so on. And if we want to try to get away from that in order to be ideologically pure, like, oh, every ethnicity will have its little state, we're not going to really go anywhere.
This nonsensical idea that white nationalism is somehow inherently unique or different from white supremacy, because it's not. And it's really disingenuous to claim that it is, because you're giving ground to these racist people when they don't deserve it. Wanting a white ethno-state, in the case specifically of the United States, and an ethno-state, by the way, really in any case, is racist. But specifically, especially when, your people founded the country, they've had rights ever since the beginning of time, and they've enslaved people, they genocided a race of people, they banned Chinese people from entering the country, so many Jim Crow laws, all kinds of different stuff. But you want an ethno-state. It's really stupid. So just stop.